supposed to. Why don't you line up and let them set you up again? That's what you're dealing with. And also on Google, you know what I'm about to type. That's what you know, sucker. You're dealing with people that did this. You think they changed? Oh man, it's funny. It's just funny to see how these. I don't even want to call them my people. I call them these weirdos. Stink. They're weird. But then again, once you get your ass ripped open, it's all on you, man. I hope you when they take care of you, I hope you like them. But anyway, now I'm gonna type in this thing here on. I already typed it in. I just typed in the disappearing male. Okay, I just typed that in. I didn't even put the full name. And the first thing I get is what? The disappearing male top documentaries. I don't get that on Google. I don't get that on Google. Because Google has been compromised. Just like the average Edomite has been compromised. Well, yeah, that too, but the average Israelite. The average so-called black man, or the average so-called Native American man, or the average so-called Latino man, they've been compromised. So what does it do? It shows you that the ADHD, the autism. Hey, wait a minute. Let me not talk. That's what the documentary is talking about. Let me not read along more. Anyway, this is the documentary. I'll put the link in the description box because medical misinformation. They're probably gonna try to flag my video. I was like, hey, no, I was just no. I didn't say anything. I was talking about how. See, they're trying to scare you into submission. Anyway, I have this documentary like a year ago on another channel that I have, and I didn't say anything. I just was talking about what the documentary was about. But the point is this. You can that's why you shouldn't go to Google to find stuff. Fuck Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you. They all lied to you. Lied to you. Takes a close and disturbing look at what many doctors and researchers now suspect. What are they suspecting? Let's block them. You dealing with the devil. You dealing with a demon, but you don't know what the hell you're talking, man. You don't know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. New technology pill and stuff like that. They're doing things, man. They can take pills, turn themselves. And this is not no joke. This is real. It's just I have other pictures of this guy with his shirt off, and then you could see the moles. And then this guy with his shirt off, you can see the moles again on the same spot. It's the same person. The changing of kinds. That's what they're doing. But anyway, this is the video. I'll put the link in the description box, and you don't need to go here, by the way. You can find it right here. Or you can go to Yandex, which is just type in Yandex and then type in the disappearing male. I didn't even need to put this one. I didn't even need to put that. Boom. You find it right here. See, this one actually goes to it. You can play it off a little bit. But when you click on it, it's going to tell you, sign in. So to make sure that younger kids, which are the future, don't see it. And you can't comment. And like I said, I have it over a year ago. Like a year ago, right, actually. And I could just watch it. So recently they updated it to where, I think it was like maybe 6-7 months ago, they updated it to where I couldn't watch it. Because right after I got it from YouTube itself, I couldn't watch it no more. And I never sign in on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm not going to watch that. And even if you do, you need to give them your passport and stuff like that, you know. Anyway, chemicals common in common soap. Crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff they're putting in it, man. all these things you can find on Yandex, my man. I'm saying, which is a Russian place, Russian or search engine actually. I have another one on Swiss too. This one is kind of. I don't really 100%. Uh, you know, I don't really 100% trust this one 100%. But the disappearing male. Okay, this one. Let me see. 3 years ago, 1 minute, 84 seconds. This one. What is this? Yeah, this one is good too. As you can see here, it loads up. The disappearing male. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right. Let me see. Yeah, the chemicals. This thing causes infertility. All these plastic. Did not expect that one. I forgot. You know. Shit. But anyway, all those plastic things, and they have been doing this since this day. Wait, where is it? Here? Since this is the fucking 60s, man. 60s. They've been doing this shit, man. They've been doing this, man. That's why this documentary is so dreaded among the devil that they just have to hide it, especially on YouTube. And I remember that YouTube has like 70% of the world's traffic. Let me see. With videos. Was it 43 or 70? Wait, let me see. Traffic. Yeah, I actually have it right. Okay, so what was the 70 then? Let me see. Okay. Video streaming accounted for nearly 60% of all internet traffic during stay at home. Okay, that was YouTube. Or video streaming, no, that's Netflix. Something was in the 70. The only website that beats YouTube is Google. 15 billion something. And the third, fourth, okay, so Google is second. Statistics and stuff like that. And YouTube is responsible for 37% of all mobile internet traffic, and they are in fact nearly 43% of all global internet users access YouTube every single month. So that's 43% of the world, right? And I'm trying to save these. If I type this in Google, let me see if I come directly to where I'm at right now. Let me see. Oh, it does do it. Okay, it's the same website. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll get the same kind of information. You can't ignore. Second most visited site organically. 60% of almost 60% in 2022 of all traffic in the world on internet. Yeah, so anyway, you can watch these things for yourself. I have given you a lot of options to find stuff. When you look up herbs, use Yandex, because Google is going to give you some fluff, vagabond stuff. They're going to give you some fluffy lies. And Google lied to you, man. I'm not making this up. But yeah, they're going to give you some fluff nonsense. And Swiss cow is kind of good too. But the best or the better one to look up herbs is Yandex. The better one to look up missing files. Like if you can't find something, but it's very important, then you need to use Yandex. Or you can use Swiss cow also. The disappearing male, stuff like that. But yeah. And they will lead you to a lot of other, let me see, videos. Let me see. But you have to watch out with Yandex because it's a little bit unfiltered. Meaning, sometimes it just pops up porn all of a sudden, you know, genetically modified fat and infertile cocks in U.S. price to rise. Okay, you see stuff like that. Milk carton gonna make him infertile. Okay, see, you got a lot of crazy stuff sometimes, but yeah, you get unfiltered stuff sometimes. Actually, a lot of times, but you do get the correct things often. But better than YouTube, I'll tell you that. But what I mean with unfiltered is like you might be looking for something and you actually, just because you type on the word infertile, and here it says in this word over here, you might actually get some porn off of that. So that's why, this thing is a little bit unfiltered. It's not really, it's all over the place sometimes, but it is very accurate when you're looking for something. It just gives you, out of the 10 million things, you might see porn. If you just keep on scrolling, you will see, you might see it, so be careful of that, because it's unfiltered. I think I'm done. So yeah, we will eat our food defiled among the heathen. I think I'm done with this too. Am I done? Oh, it's not even done. Wait a minute. Right, it wasn't even done. Anyway, let me go on. Now it says here, Numbers chapter 19, verse 6. And when the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until the even, when the sun goes down. And he that burneth her shall wash his clothes in water, and bathe his flesh in water, and shall be unclean until the even. And a man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, and lay them up without the camp in a clean place, and it shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel, for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin. And he that gathereth the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes, so the gatherer also, and be unclean until the even. And it shall be unto the children of Israel and unto the strangers that sojourn among them for a statute forever. Oh yeah, I already read this. Right. Let me read it again. Verse 12. Verse 11. He that toucheth the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it. With what? With the water of purification. On the third day, if you touch the dead body. Oh, that's fun. Wait. Right. Now it says, on the third day and on the seventh day he shall be clean. And if he purify not himself on the third day with the water of separation, which is made out of cedar wood, hyssop, burnt cedar wood, burnt hyssop, and burnt scarlet, and cast it in the midst of the burning heifer, and the heifer, by the way. So these 4 things. And then, of course, with water, and then it's sprinkled upon your body. Then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Whosoever toucheth the dead body of any man that is dead, and purifieth not himself, defileth the tabernacle of the Lord. And that soul shall be cut off from Israel, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean, his uncleanness is yet upon him. This is the law. When a man dieth in a tent, all that come into the tent, and all that is in the tent, shall be unclean 7 days. So it says here, when a person dies in a house, or in this case a tent, if you come into that house, and all that is in that house already, shall be unclean 7 days. Right. And it says here, verse 15, and every open vessel that had no covering bound upon it is unclean. So what is an open vessel? An open vessel is back in the days you had pottery. You had earthen pottery, right? But then you had earthen pottery that is bound up on top with a lid. Let me see. Lid, I spell lid. Back in the days, they used to have a rope, and then they would tie it. Let me see. Like, for example, let me see. Wait, let me try and find it. Okay, I cannot specifically find what I'm looking for, but this will do. So back in the days, you had or this one, or one with a cork, like this one over here, one with a cork. But what I was actually looking for was one like this. Well, this one is a cork also, but you have this same vessel, and then you would put a cloth over this, and then you would tie the cloth with the rope, so that it would be secure. So basically that, right? So going back over here, and every open vessel which had no covering bound upon it is unclean. So food, drinks, anything that is open is unclean, because the dead body is in there, is in there with it. Verse 16, and whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields, or a dead body anywhere, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. And you see these so-called Edomite doctors and these so-called scientists, they often touch bones of people, like missing, John Doe or Jane Doe cases. Then they would touch the bones and the skulls. God damn. Oh boy. Verse 17, and for an unclean person they shall take the ashes of the burnt heifer of purification for sin, and running water shall be put thereto in a vessel. And a clean person shall take hyssop, and dip it in the water, and sprinkle it upon the tent where the man died, and upon all the vessels. The vessels that I just showed here, the ancient vessels, like this is a vessel. If it has no lid on it, then guess what? You need to throw that thing away because it's unclean. So, you had these type of things and these type. This would all be unclean. But if it was bound, then it would be clean. Right? Okay. Yeah, I can take this away. And upon the persons that were there, and upon him that toucheth a bone, or a slain, or one dead, or a grave. So you're not even allowed to touch a grave of a person. He's covered up with the grave, with the earth. You're still not allowed to touch that spot. It will make you unclean. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day. And of the 7th day, and on the 7th day, and on the 7th day, he shall purify himself also, and wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean at even. So when the sun goes down after the 7th day. So can we do this? No, because you can't take a heifer and then burn it. And cedar wood, a lot of our people can't get their hands on cedar wood. So what? And this also the scarlet insects. So what do? We just use hyssop. If we are, let's say you have to bury a family member or something like that, you just use hyssop and water, and water out the faucet is not running water neither, but still we do this to the best of our ability. But with the sacrifices of animals, that's not, we don't do that. We use hyssop and then sprinkle it upon the brothers or something like that, or the place, and then we pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So that's what we do nowadays. Or at least we here are doing nowadays, right? So it says, Numbers chapter 19, verse 20. But the man that shall be unclean and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from among the congregation, because he had defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of separation had not been sprinkled upon him, he is unclean. And it shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he that sprinkleth the water of separation shall wash his clothing, and he that toucheth the water of separation shall be unclean until even. So let's say you're clean, but you touch the water of separation, that will make you unclean until the even. Verse 22. And whatsoever the unclean person toucheth, so whatsoever he toucheth, if you're unclean, right, shall be unclean. So everything you touch shall be unclean. And the soul that toucheth it shall be unclean until the even. So if you touch the water separation, sorry, you shall be unclean. And yeah, that's it. I took longer than I'm supposed to. This was supposed to be a very short chapter, but I went, as you should already know, I went into totally something different, which was going all up in here. But I'll leave all these links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself, because I can go on for hours, but I don't think you want to. So I'm going to just leave it at that. And, what did I put here? Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, I did. And this one. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I forgot.
Many of those are endocrine disruptors. There's attributes.
So what did he say? Let me repeat. I'll put this link in the description box also.
Of toxic chemicals today. Many of those are endocrine disruptors. There's atrazine throughout our water supply. Atrazine, by the way, if you in a lab put atrazine in a tank full of frogs, it will chemically castrate and forcibly feminize every frog in there. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
This guy used to be on YouTube also, but then I asked the new generation, like the brothers that were there that are in this camp, the camp that I'm a part of, the camp that I am in also. I asked the brothers like, "Hey, you heard of Alex Jones? Huh? Who's that?" That's what they're doing. To take you off their platform, and they shadow ban you from the existence of the minds of the people. Just like how they shadow banned this thing over here. This documentary, they shadow banned it. They literally shadow banned it. Daily Motion. They got it too? Let me see. Yeah, they got it too. Funny. I didn't know that. Anyway, F Daily Motion. There was irritating. And this is from 2017. Cool. There was already irritating from a long time ago, Daily Motion. That's why I got off of Daily Motion. This is stupid. You know, trying to force you to do certain things. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm gone. Anyway. I still have my videos on Daily Motion though. I just don't go there. I just don't use it. People might find it, because you know, it's still there. Just like how you have me looking for these type of things. Oh yeah, this is one of the things that it's in plastic. This thing will make you a girl. You think I'm playing? They even tell you that. Let me see. This thing is banned. BPA banned. Why is BPA banned? Why is BPA banned? Banned? Okay. Why is BPA not banned, you should say. What is BPA and why is it dangerous? Okay, let me click on that one. BPA is a chemical that is present in hard plastics, including drinking water bottles and many household items. Research has shown that exposure to BPA can disrupt the functioning of the embryonic system. Ain't that something? What? Endocrine. Isn't that something that this guy was saying?
If you in a lab put atrazine in a tank full of frog of toxic chemicals today, and many of those are endocrine.
Yep. Yeah, that's what the fuck he said, yeah. I thought I recognized that word. Endocrine. Okay, anyway. Can disrupt the functioning of the endocrine system. Okay, what is endocrine? What is that? Relating to or donating gland which secrete hormones. It can mess with your hormones, man. You see, they have all these fancy words that you gotta look up, or else you don't understand what the hell they're saying. I'm like, what is that? So I look it up. I'm like, well, what is that? And then I read it. But what? Okay. Or other products directly into the blood. So that's what it means. Oh, angiochrome, the thing that they drink blood. Yeah, bloodstream. Something angiochrome or something like that. Adrenal, I forgot the word, but it's something that the elites drink when they scare little children and then smoke them. Actually, they butcher them and then they drink their blood like a bunch of vampires. However, the levels of exposure in most people's daily lives are unlikely to resist. Shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to be exposed to it in the first place. Oh, it's not that bad. You know, just a little bit of poison here, a little bit of poison there. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You know? That's what the devil will tell you. Because that's what they do and that's what they are. You know? Deceivers. Deceive the world. Now, BPA, let me see, what is basically, you could go find out for yourself what BPA is. Is BPA harmful for humans? Possible health effects are on the brain and prostate glands of fetuses, infant, and children. They don't tell you the other part that this documentary does tell you. This documentary. They don't tell you the other part. But I'm going to put all these links so that it won't be forgotten. You know, I'll put the Daily Motion thing also because I didn't know it was there. It was there since 2017. And what? We are now in 2023. So yeah, this documentary is very old. And you could just find it not on YouTube. It used to be all over the place on YouTube. I'm not kidding you. But now the only place that it is on YouTube is controlled. Because I love docs, it's controlled. And I even had it on YouTube. I'm not kidding. It was on one of my channel, but they flagged it. I was like, what? Okay. But this one they didn't flag because this one is a paid member. You know, controlled opposition. And you need to sign in. And then when you sign in, you need to give your passport so they can check you. That's just don't give your numbers to strangers and don't give your registration to strangers. Like your name and stuff like that. Why would you do that to yourself? Who are you? Nah, I'm not giving you anything. My parents told me not to talk to strangers. Nor show them anything. Whatever. You know? If it's, for example, a police officer, here you go. And then when he's done, you take it back. He gives it back, and then you on your way. And don't go on back and forth with him. Just give him here your ID. But I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about this, like YouTube. Some bitch made some channel asks you your ID. What? What? What the? No. Then I don't watch it. And there's other websites that have these type of documentaries, but you have to find it. And please don't use Google again, because Google owns YouTube since 2006. Here you go. 2006. Here you go. Since 2006. So let that sink in. They bought it. And yeah, so don't use Google to do YouTube searches. Don't do it. Because, come on, man. Yes, it does. Yes, they own it 100%. And yeah, like I said, don't use Google for deep dive searches. When you do deep dive searches, you need to use Yandex or SwissCow. I'll put the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. I did it again. Wasn't going to make this video too long, but it happened. Sorry about that. So with that, I'm going to say, wait, let me see if I'm done with numbers. Am I actually? Yes, I'm done. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.